Many crowds would gather to hear him and be cured of their diseases, but he would withdraw to deserted places and pray. The Gospel of Luke, chapter 5. I've had enough of the desert, I hear you say, enough of desertion, enough of isolation, enough of being told to stay at home, enough of homeschooling. Enough is enough. Our Gospel story today recounts the cleansing of a leper and the subsequent spreading of the word about Jesus and his healing powers, to the extent that crowds would gather to be cured. The Gospels give us a glimpse of the multiple demands on Jesus that pulled him in different directions. There were demands from family and friends, demands from enemies and competitors, demands from the crowds of people desperate for his help. The demands on us today are different. We face the opposite of that gospel scene of the crowds. They gathered to be healed, whereas in order to stay well, we do the opposite. We disperse, and disperse in order to keep others well. And this carries different demands and stresses and strains. When Jesus had enough, his response was to take himself somewhere that he could be with God. And I know many of us lament that we cannot be together with God in our church buildings in the same way as before. But at 9 and at 5 every day, we invite each other to pause and find a spaciousness where we are and as we are, to be with God. We can look to Jesus as our example of someone who made use of paying attention to God in the ordinary daily round. Jesus pointed to God by telling stories that drew on the natural world, on domestic work, family and relationships. And we can follow that example of seeking God in the ordinary, where we are, as we are. If we seek, we will find, and we will see God at work in the world, every moment, and every moment with us and for us.